Well, the Jaguars' 2025 schedule has not been released just yet. Usually the NFL announces the schedules come mid-May. But right now the team is hosting a sweepstakes. You can enter and guess the Jaguars' 2025 schedule for a chance to win $100,000 toward a Dreams Finders home. And I love a good challenge, so here is my guess. We're going to start with week 1. Now, the Jaguars, they will debut at home against the Rams, the first game for head coach Liam Cohen and general manager James Gladstone. It'll also be a reunion between them and Rams head coach Sean McVay, who both Liam and James worked for. Now, in week 2, the Jaguars are hitting the road at the Bengals. Now, last season they played an Ohio team in the second week, so I think they will do it again. Come week 3, they will return home to host the other Los Angeles team. Why I think the Jaguars are hosting both LA teams is because they will be traveling a lot to the West Coast later in the season. Week 4 is the first AFC South opponent at the Colts. Now, there has to be a divisional game in the first month, so here it is. Week 5, the Jaguars will host Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Then come week 6, they will begin their West Coast opponents with a stop in Arizona first. Week 7, they are taking a trip across the pond to London to play the Jets. Now, New York is hosting a London game as well, so they can stay in England just for 2 weeks like the Jaguars have done the past few years. And I think the Jags are having only one London game this season because of the new coaching staff. Week 8 will be the bye week. Now, the team will need a breath of fresh air from coming back from London. Remember, Doug Peterson, he didn't like taking a bye week after the London games but Liam Cohen seems like a guy that would use that to his advantage to give his team time to adjust to the time change. And week 9 will be the second game against the Colts, but at Everbank Stadium to wrap up the first divisional season series halfway through the rest of the season. We're starting here with week 10. Here's the rest of the second half of the season. They will visit Evan Ingram in Denver. The next week, they will welcome home Christian Kirk and the Texans. Week 12, the Jaguars will visit the Raiders again in Las Vegas. Now, last season, this game was the second half of the schedule as well, so why not do it again? Week 13, the Jaguars will play the rival Titans. After 2 weeks of being on the road, the team will return home to host the Seahawks and the Panthers in weeks 14 and 15. The final West Coast trip will be at the 49ers in week 16, and the final 2 weeks will be AFC South opponents to create the most drama because the divisional title won't be decided until week 18. And my prediction, the Jaguars, they will beat the Titans, then beat the Texans and punch their ticket to the playoffs for the first time since 2022. Now, I think I put together a pretty good schedule. Now, Justin Barty did help me with a few weeks, but all in all, I'm pretty confident I may win $100,000 toward a brand new house that I don't really need. Now, you can enter your own schedule on the Jaguars website. Like I said at the beginning, the NFL will release the actual schedules in mid-May. So we will have to revisit my guess to see just how well I did. But I think I probably got at least 5 games correct in my opinion. That's your look at sports.